Shavi FS Hub, a quick diving into the yellow metal to technically see what the market is doing and to bring our strategy into the market to see if there's an opportunity. And critically looking at the structure of the market, the ascending bullish channel has been broken. And for time, I don't want to erase this chart. But what I want to say is that the market might likely tapping into 2,747 for an intraday correction into 2,730, where you will see a reasonable drop in price. At this area, market established a strong supply roof at this structure, and a drop from that area created a significant bearish impact in the price of the yellow metal before price picked up support from a strong demand flow. And we have series of upswings, and at that level, I think that the market will be going to update to 2,747, where it hopes to meet a strong supply. At that level, the market might want to retrace, hoping to retest a breakout from the bullish ascending channel. The breakout from the bullish ascending channel came with a double confluence. You can see the confluence on 4 hours. There's a potential breakout from the channel. So, if you are praying for an opportunity to get into the buy rally, one of the key things you're praying for is to see that price returns to retest a breakout from the structure. A retest into this zone, I really do not know how possible that will be. Then if you see a retest into 2,733, that will be an opportunity for you to enter for a buy. Honestly, I cannot say if that will happen based on our understanding of the nature of price. If that happens, that will be an opportunity for you to enter for a buy. The market has set up all bullish parameters. All bullish parameters for a buy have been set up by SAE. So what you need to see is if there's a potential return into this structure, which has remained my number one litmus test for buy. You can see the structure from here. So let's look at it critically and make some illustration on price movement. The price action here created a demand floor, break of a demand floor, price return, break of a supply roof, and respecting it as a demand floor, and respecting it again as a demand floor. And we have a breakout of supply roof, return as a demand floor. Breakout of a demand floor returns as a supply roof. And price respected it here as a supply roof, respected it once again, and ultimately broke the structure. This matters to us in a whole lot of ways. Now, on technical, we see here that we have price on this area as a supply roof. And when price returned, it broke a supply roof. Instead of respecting the supply roof for the second time, it broke the supply roof and used it as demand. And that was why I called that buy idea 2,716 into 2,717. I didn't state the reason why I called it, but I knew the market was going to react at that level because it was a breaker structure. And we already looked at it and we're seeing influx of liquidity. So at that level, technically, I knew that 2,716 was going to be a trigger, 2,717 would be a trigger for a buy, and SAU has came at that level, and the buyers have summoned courage to, attempt to buy the yellow metal for the day. And what I see technically that's going to happen after the breakout from the bullish ascending channel, indicating that greater upswing is on the way. We are praying for an opportunity to see a retest into 2,732, where I expect you to go for a buy. And a push into that level will ultimately push price back into 2,747.09, which will come back in retest maybe 50, 60p and ultimately break that structure where buyers will want to complete this cycle. A completion of this cycle will ultimately push price into the zone of 2,796, breaking the previous all-time high. This is how good market is structured. The market is well calibrated, it's well structured. So if that becomes the case, then first of all, we want to see a break and close above 2,747. A break above that level ultimately clears the air for buyers so that they will have an opportunity to go long in collaboration with other institutions where I see so many central banks keying in for the yellow metal. But I continue to state, and I will continue to stay by the terms that gold is overpriced. And most of the buying you're seeing now are institutional trap, luring retail traders into buy sentiment, and they will ultimately draw this thing down. But we are glad to see that price has broken out from a long-term supply roof that we were banking on for a bearish drop. They respected the structure two times. After respecting the structure once, respecting the second time, and ultimately broke out from that structure. And they are insisting on not going down. We were praying for an opportunity for 2,731, 2,732, possibly in the Sydney session or Asian session for an opportunity to go long. But price has refused to come down. It's also a clear indication of a bullish momentum. From the roof, we have a breakout from the channel. This channel breakout also signals of a potential retest. So we are waiting on it on three confluence. A breakout from double ascending trend line. We have an ascending trend line in this form. A dynamic support become resistance and interswitchable. And we have a bullish ascending channel breakout. And ultimately, we are relying on the body of the 4 hours candle close. And relying on that 4 hours candle close also gives us a clear indication of what the market wants to do. So I place my trend line exactly at the close of the body of the 4 hours candle close, ignoring the wicks. So we ignore the wicks in order to stay tight in our decision. So what we are praying for a move into 35, 37, 30. In fact, the biggest pullback you can get is 2,730, which I still think is unlikely. So even at 2,735, see yourself as somebody that wants to buy gold at that level. And you are buying that gold with the aim that at 2,747, you are thinking to exit. The reason is because there's a very strong supply roof at 2,747. When you look at the price action in 4 hours close, market has instituted a strong structure, a structural sell at this level, and market has dropped a heavy bearish candle. There is a very high probability that the market has come to a place where a lot of people are going to score nine. Look at what price did exactly at that level, and the market at 2,747 will give you exact nine. The thing about trading the financial market is we first of all we see what market has done in the past, we look at the behavior in the past, and we begin to make our analysis based on what price has done in the past. And it's also very important as we use past data to look into the future. So now you see the Sydney is open, and very soon Asia market is going to open. We do hope that the Asians could bring the liquidity by way of sell. If Asians opens the market and they begin to sell, that will be an opportunity to see this market try to retrace after making series of higher high, higher low. We want to see the market try to make another low so we can go higher high again. You can see price creating here, higher high, higher low. Let's get it right. And we are very optimistic that Asians could do this. If Asians cannot do it, then we are going to run into series of buy from London to New York session. We have higher high here, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low, higher high, higher low. Market has made a considerable higher high, but this might not be the end of the high. This high might stretch this market up to this level to come to a higher low. This is how the market works. Also, there's also another probability, which is phase two, which I see, which is also very likely that the market is tapping into a nice zone, 2,747, might even extend it into 2,750, where you see a potential retracement, a full-time retracement, thereby taking out all the bullish move from the month of December. So it's a case of the winner takes all. This is what we're going to see. So we are going to be very mindful to see that you enter this thing layer by layer and not staying there with a greedy mindset because the market is approaching a potential supply roof. I say it again, a potential supply roof in the zone of 2,747 into 2,750. And the maximum it can go after break of structure was 2,757. So at 2,757, we could have an extension into 2,660, 762, which might extend into 64. That happens to be our preferred buy target in this bullish breakout from 2,700 level. So what I see technically is that we pray for an opportunity to for price to return into 2,730, 2,735. That's the lowest price can do, and a drop into that zone will represent a close of a 90-70 pip drop in price, which will give you an ample opportunity to enter, hoping to go back into 2,747 for a full retest where selling potential will be tested. And a break above that level will ultimately be looking at price to break the previous high by a few pips. So if that happens, that will be an opportunity to see that the price action has already been set up where we have here a strong break and retest at this level. And we have a potential retest to the zone. So we expect if we are having any upswing and a potential buying capacity, approaching market, then most likely we are going to break the current all-time high. And once price gets into that level, it will ultimately set up a bullish sentiment. But however, the bullish sentiment, I'm still of opinion that the yellow metal is overpriced. It's overpriced from a business perspective. So what I see here is feels good to see that the price have already given us a buy signal. So if you see price return into this level, here is going to be a new demand floor, 2,732 into 2,735, where we see if it is possible for market to move back to try to break 2,747 level. That level is very strong. So at the moment, you need to be very careful with price, and it will be a good day to see if we have whatever brings price break below this red ascending trend line, then we are going to sell down in line with the current price action. So at this level, whatever brings price to that level, then I can guarantee you that our sentiment becomes sell due to the price action at this level. If price breaks below this level, I will encourage you to sell. If we have break and close again below the structure, then we are going to watch 2,716 to see if we have a sustained buy potential at that level. If that level fails, then we have a full sell signal where we want to go short. Where we want to go short at this time, the sell target will be below 2,600 mark because this is how the gold market is structured. So we look at it from business perspective and also want to stay in line with layer by layer strategy of sharp EFS Hub. So one of the key things we are going to watch out here is how price try to retrace, and let's see if we get back into 2,730, 2,735. These are the bracket zones for buy, especially as Asian session is coming up. We want to see if they will bring that volatility to push price into that zone with intention to return price in line with the direction of trend. And we feels good to see price creating high, low. On technical, price have created a significant higher high, and we're expecting the next higher low to drop us into the zone of 2,730, 31, 32, 33 into 35. In fact, that is the highest you expect at 35. And if you are still sleeping on a buy, most likely you are going to lose the buy idea. So at that rate, if that happens, that will be a nice call idea. And the whole idea is to see a return into 2,732, 33, like earlier I said, so we can get an opportunity to go in for a buy. And a buy into that zone Ultimately, I will tell you want to complete a cycle. The market has designed a supply roof. This is a supply roof based on the structure of the market. And it feels good to see that the buying potential have returned price to a demand floor. Here, price create a demand floor, break of structure, and price return here, another demand floor, and another demand floor. So we have two pivot points holding the price. Here acting as a supply roof, here acting as a demand floor. So these 2 points are critical to the price action that keeps this bullish sentiment intact. So we want to see if it's possible that price will return here to retest a broken supply roof as a new demand floor. So buyers can use the opportunity to aim high, hoping to create a new all-time high. So if you have a sell idea for SAE, just be very careful. Just be very, very careful. Be very, very careful. We are going to monitor it until price gives us reason to go short. At the moment, the sentiment of the market is showing that the buyers are very much intact. And as long as market remains in the hands of the buyers, they could be doing what they want to do until they reach to a point where they want to take profit. And where we see take profit in this market, where I see a considerable nice structure playing in without hesitation and with a very strong bearish drop will be at this zone where you see price after break and retest scored a 9. After break and retest, it scored a 9. So if price returns at this level, it's going to score a 9. That is what you are going to get. And at that level, it will give market an opportunity to fall down actively after price testing into 2,797, possibly 2,800. It will now lead to another drop of 500 p where market will take correction from that high swing. And if you look at the structure at this level, it's almost approaching 2,800 level mark, which is a whole number. The market sometimes want to deal with a whole number. It's part of the things that happen in trading the financial market. So what I want to see is if market push into 2,796, then you need to be patient to allow the cycle to complete to a whole number. And as market gets into a whole number, you look for a sell opportunity at that level. If you have a push into this level on 4 hours, most likely market is going to push this market by New York section where volatility is expected and then could push it into 2,800 and begin to drop from that level where we'll see most likely a significant 500 pip drop in price. So this becomes a new base as a result of the current price action that the market has created at this level. We have a strong support at this level. And if we do that again by close of 4 hours and possible upswing, market will create a two structure at this level with the potential to hold price on return. So but we must be very careful because like I said earlier, this is a nice zone where you have a potential bearish opportunity. So if market returns at this level, there is also a very big possibility you have a heavy drawdown. What the heavy drawdown means is that the support level will not matter. The support level will not matter at that level. So this is what we want to see, and we are going to put up some fundamental analysis coming up and how those fundamental analysis will actually affect the traded directional bias for the week. So this is what we see for SAE USD shall be a first up.